It's your intro.
I look at what's in front of me, don't focus on the other things. I know that if I'm struggling, that only leads to a tough for me. And I want and need something that could challenge me, build up all my calluses, push through all their callousness. Becoming reckless, I'm ambitious and I'm restless, yeah. Was an apprentice but possessed a different edge, so I asked a lot of questions and I learned a lot of lessons, yeah. Got different weapons and I worked on my direction, yeah. We gon' hike through the flame, we gon' die with a name. We gon' fight through the pain, we gon' rise up and change. We gon' strive to make gains, cause we don't hide from the blame. We take pride when we train, we gon' rise up and change. We gon' hike through the flame, we gon' die with a name. We gon' fight through the pain, we gon' rise up and change. We gon' strive to make gains, we don't hide from the pain. We take pride when we train, we gon' rise up and change. So I work and strive to get all of that. Don't need any luck, my work pays off. Cause the more I work, the more I take off. I don't lack direction, I'm never lost. Always on play, never hit pause. And I teach classes on these things. Lessons came through lyrically, but now I think it's time to be professor of the finer things. To guide the next to try and be proactively trying things in the shadows quietly, building their own dynasty. We gon' hike through the flame, we gon' die with a name. We gon' fight through the pain, we gon' rise up and change. We gon' strive to make gains, cause we don't hide from the blame. We take pride when we train, we gon' rise up and change. We gon' hike through the flame, we gon' die with a name. We gon' fight through the pain, we gon' rise up and change. We gon' strive to make gains, we don't hide from the pain. We take pride when we train, we gon' rise up and change.
Oh my gosh. Sorry. That still makes me chuckle every time I watch it.
Oh yeah, that's great. I love it every two. Your intro is definitely on scale. So love it.
Sorry for it being loud. Yeah. Barbara, my bad. My bad. Welcome in everybody. On panel right now I have Truth Be Told. He's gonna be my little sidekick right now until Told for Life can pop in. He's in the background. He's doing daddy duty for me, so I can do this show. Woo woo! Thank goodness for him. Such a great dad. So yeah, what's up, Caucasian? We got 30 people in here between the two rooms. Thank you everybody who's here, who's coming in, who's gonna see this later. So first off, we're going to go over JC News Now. If y'all don't know what's going on, he has some major tyrancy up in there in Missouri. and we're going to watch some videos. A lot of big channels have covered his last 2 videos that he put out, you know, when he went to go turn in a complaint form, you know, and Butterworth, you know, gave him a hard time. And then when he went to the city council meeting to serve them papers for his lawsuit. But I was able to find where it all started, how it all began. So,
Yeah, that way we're able to do a good breakdown on it.
right. So we're going to start from the very beginning because if y'all don't know, he had a restraining order on him, and he's on probation for harassment currently. He did 6 months, I believe. I have to look and make sure I got all my facts right. So, and
What's
then,
up, Lou? What's up, Desert Goat? What's up, everybody?
yeah,
Welcome.
he can say. So he was given 2 counts of trespassing, one for the DMV video and one for the courthouse lawn. And now they have a warrant out for his arrest for felony harassment, and I'll show you all the documents and stuff
Yep.
that I got. So,
Yep, and they have been retaliating a lot. Of course, I've got Third Coast Cop Watch here in Louisiana. You know, just people calling to petition their government, which is clearly in the First Amendment. He's back in jail again because he got highlighted again, and they came and arrested him again at his house for harassment as well, for people just simply addressing their government. So just to give everybody a heads up, he's been dealing with a lot here in Grant Parish, Louisiana as well. So, I mean, this, of course, has to stop. They're retaliating more and more against auditors and cop watchers. And, we all know it's BS, and it's all just a way to try to get us to stop doing what we're doing. But, we're standing out here standing up for people's rights, and we have to continue to doing this, because the second we give up, they win. And it's going to be ongoing battle constantly, but we can't ever give up the fight, because we need our freedoms back, even if it is 1 inch at a time. So
right on. So this first video, I should have edited it and turned it, but it's going to be sideways because this was, when he first started out. This is from June. Hold on. I want to put the facts out there. I don't want to misspeak. From June of 2022, I believe. Yes. So we're going to play this and then we can talk.
all right.
And let me know if you can't hear it, because I'm still, redoing my stuff.
So far in the audio, but now there is.
Going here. I'm hoping it'll go okay. We'll see. Footage. I guess this is the revenue office. It's an old bank vault. It's kind of cool. Oh, old world map. I dig that. That's awesome.
How can I help you?
I'm just me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just getting some footage. I don't need any help.
For
But
what?
thank you. Just because I'm a photographer.
I mean, you can have federal footage for this building.
It's public, isn't it?
Can you have footage of this building?
I've got permission. James Madison and the Founding Fathers.
Yeah.
Under the First Amendment. I'm not trying to be ugly.
You need to go.
I'm sorry.
You need to go, she said. You can't video. You need to go.
Why? Is this public? Is this a public office?
Go.
Is this a public office?
Go.
Okay, no.
Well, sheriff's office.
Okay, they're not gonna come, but you can call them if you want. What's your name, ma'am? Since you want to bark orders. Can I have your name so I can file a complaint on you? We're not gonna do transparency here today. Is this you? All right, y'all. This lady here thinks she can run me out of a public office. She doesn't know her place as a public servant.
And so, just so we're clear, I know you got to kind of, tilt your head and watch the video, guys, but we can do this. This is the one that started it all. The problems for him was this video. This is what got the trespassing, 2 counts of trespassing on him. So yeah.
And she's refusing to identify. This lady did okay. If you want to complain, here's the number. Feel free to call. You can be my thumbnail. You're not Christy. This is the lady, I guess, that said, no, I can't film. Is this a private office or public? It is? Okay. All right, y'all.
And just so y'all know, this case, so he's on like the 4th prosecutor and the 3rd
I tell you
judge
they wasn't coming.
for this.
just left
The
there.
state just can't get their crap together, and they won't let him use a public defender because jail time is off the table. Like, what?
Is that your personal phone? Because you're making a public record. You understand that? And I'm gonna pull all that
I know,
information
Nebby.
you just wrote. Since you want to be like that. Pull all this camera footage. Well, I was gonna leave, but now if the cops are coming, I'm gonna wait. I don't run from cops. I don't do anything unlawful. You still don't want to identify? You're a public servant, ma'am. You operate on our tax dollars. Is this how you treat the public, with disdain? It's unacceptable, ma'am. I'd like to file a complaint on you.
Could you remove him from our office, please?
Just doing a little filming. It's a public place. I haven't committed a crime.
Well, get your filming done, and we'll go on outside real quick, okay?
All right.
You don't want to go to the back, you can, or whatever.
All right, we'll let you handle it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you'll do the filming here.
All right. We learned a lesson today, ladies. I don't appreciate your smug attitude, ma'am. I'm going to do a records request and get your name. File a complaint on you. Dang, there's always one. Always one. Let private information out so people can see it. It's not good. I told him you wouldn't come over here.
Well, they called, Jimmy.
Yeah.
You know?
You got to answer the call, don't you?
Yep, gotta answer the call, so.
Is there? Yeah.
I got some corrections for you.
Yeah,
Becca Shelton's not the circuit clerk.
that's not Becca.
No, Becca's the one in the office.
Oh, okay.
And he's the chief of police, not the chief deputy.
Oh, the chief.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I will fix that. I will fix all that. I wasn't sure.
Hey, it's in the interest of,
I'm gonna shine my camera on y'all.
I don't care, that's fine, I don't care.
Probably two of the best cops in this state, y'all. They're honoring their oath today. I've known them for years, and they're letting me do my thing, and they're honoring their oath. That's exactly what we want. That's why I'm doing it. Can't stand tyrant cops, and I ain't finding any here. All right, I'm gonna cut it short. I'll find out that lady's name through a record request. Anyway, I appreciate you fellas, and y'all stay safe out there. Thank you. Thank you for honoring your oath. I'm very proud of y'all. This is why I'm doing it. I'm looking for y'all, and y'all did great. And I'm going to highlight it, and I'll make those corrections. You're a chief. I'm proud of you. Y'all don't want to identify that lady I made a mistake about?
No, if it was my office, I would, but since it's not.
All right.
She's technically a state employee.
All right. Well, somebody will chime in. I'll fix it.
All right, take care, man.
All right. Thank y'all. All right. Appreciate y'all. All right, y'all. There you have it. Oregon County. These cops did great. They honored their oath. That's exactly what I'm looking for, and I cannot complain. I'm going to shine it. I got to make some corrections on my last video. I thought Warren was a chief deputy, but turns out he's a chief. And so I'm going to fix that. And that means he's getting good. That means he's training his guys right. We're getting trained by a good cop. That's exactly why I'm doing this. All right, y'all, I'm going to cut it short. Hope everybody has a great day. Peace.
So what did you think of that one?
I mean, like he said, you know, they're there doing their job. They have to show up because they get the call. They show up. They do their job. As far as I'm concerned, you know, they could have did a little bit more education to the girls on the inside, you know, because you know it's about the education. So whenever the cops went in, you know, they should have, you know, in front of the camera, you know, I think should have told the people that work there, you know, that of course he's allowed to film and there's no reason to stand it. That's what they went in and, you know, kind of sort of did with the employees there at that county office. So, but so far so good. I mean, just, you know, because I wasn't exactly sure what was going on. I haven't been on YouTube that much, but I mean, from what I saw right there, yeah, it was handled pretty much the way it should have been. They got called, they went in, took care of the call, and left.
Right. All right. Here's the next one.
Jason, let's go try this again. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, John.
This is a private property.
So this is a second visit.
We're gonna ask you to leave.
You can ask. Since you're asking, I'm gonna say no. When I get done, I'll leave. And while it's used for state business, it's not public, private.
It's actually, yes, it's a contracted office. We're not funded by the state.
What's your name? I'm sorry, what's your name, ma'am? We're still barking orders and not identifying? There's someone here with your name on it. Is it Lawana? All right, I'm gonna pull your personnel file, ma'am. You're a public servant. You need to identify readily when asked. Are we clear on that? Hi. How are you? You're not Miss Rackley?
No.
Oh, is she in?
No, I'm sorry. She's actually at Sharon Properties.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was wanting to speak to her. What's your name?
Kinsey.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that. That's very important to identify. I appreciate that so much. I'm not going to put you on the internet. Only this right here. I'm not going to put your personnel file and all that stuff like I am.
I searched
But I
hard
appreciate
and
you
long
identifying.
for
You're a
it,
very
Berm.
professional young lady, and I thank you.
What's up, Herman? What's up, man?
All right, y'all. We did pretty good. That lady did great. She identified readily with a smile. All right, y'all. Round two at the revenue. You see the cops didn't make me leave? They didn't even get my ID because I didn't break a law. This is the First Amendment, ladies. Freedom of the press. It's meant to hold you guys accountable. We want to see where our tax
Don't we all?
dollars are being spent and how they're spent. And you failed, ma'am. And I'm going to put your personnel file on for everyone to see. That way nobody has to ask you your name again. Have a great day. All right, y'all. That's the revenue office. Fail. All right, peace.
What about that one?
It shows time and time again. They hate being they hate being on film, and apparently it's apparent that they just either they just don't care to know what he's allowed to do, or they're just but we've seen hundreds of videos like this where where people have done revisits and they're just as unhappy to be on camera the second or third time as they are the very first time. But
So,
at the
oh,
same
sorry.
time, every time we walk in these public buildings on camera, we don't give them permission. You know what I mean?
Right.
It should be a two-way road.
So, Lori's World wants to know where Louisiana.
We're at
The
in Louisiana.
Tyrant Sea. Well, yeah, I mean, not necessarily, you, but I guess the Tyrant Sea, that we're going to cover in the second half of the show. She has some.
It's the state troopers is one of the ones that we're going to be highlighting tonight. The state troopers here in Louisiana. And then of course I live in Denham Springs, Louisiana. So, but I've got all kinds of police officers here in Louisiana. I've got Baton Rouge, I've got Grant Parish, Creola, several different places on my YouTube page here in Louisiana.
And I'm sure I know Duke has dropped his link. My mods are pretty good, but somebody will drop his link if you want to check him out. And yes, so firm says, we went to the DMV, we broke the restraining order third party. So this was when, they had gone. All right, let me get the next one. Hold on. Oh crap.
Hey, good job of putting them all together in a short little bit of time too. I saw you.
I know.
She was working. She was working hard, y'all. She was working hard to get all this stuff set up for y'all tonight. So definitely give her a thumbs up.
What's up,
Oh,
everybody?
wait, pause. Okay, sorry.
Sorry, people. I am reading chat. I'm just in and out of chat because I'm on my phone. My laptop is not wanting to cooperate tonight.
I see you, Izzy. I see you, Izzy.
And that's
Thank
the report.
you, somewhere. Thank you.
Okay, this is my copy of the report. Look who put her cell phone number on this piece of paper. Made it a public record. I'm not going to call this number at all. This one right here. I'm not going to call it at all. I can't control what all my followers and viewers do. But I'm not going to do it. I'm forbidden. She filed a false police report on me and took out a restraining order. So now I can't go in the DMV for a year because this lady lied.
Cannot go in the DMV for a year. He did nothing wrong.
Absolutely nothing.
It's what the problem with filing a false police report is. That's a felony. And we're going to show her that. It's about to change her life. If I was someone other than me and I called this number, I would ask, why were you so rude to that reporter? Why did you file a false police report on him? Don't you know how dangerous that is, lady? That's what I would say if I was to talk to her. But I'm not going to. See this name right here? And this phone number right here. Yeah, I'm not going to call it at all. That's probably how to get in touch with her
Welcome
employer,
in, Belt
her
Loop.
boss. But this one is the one that's on her hip in her phone holder. I'm sure. I'm not going to call it. I'm forbidden. Jimmy re-entered the DMV. We informed him he was on private property. He needed to leave. He asked if this was a public office. So I said yes, but it's a contract office. He talks the whole time about my place. And I think I'm not about my place, not state property. He called me by my name and continued to harass me. We decided not to interact. Hang on, I lost my place. We did not interact with him, and he did his thing and left before cops showed up. There was a customer that came in with him, and we advised him we could not help him till videotaping was out. That's a rights violation that they committed on that
Much
poor
love,
man
Belt
who was
Loop.
sitting there. He was probably on his lunch break, and they refused him service. They refused him service because I was in there conducting a constitutionally protected activity. What do you think about that? This is the issue. These people think they're above the citizenry. They want to act outside of their mandates. They forget that their public servant is what their title is. Public servant. You serve the people, man. Well, anyway, I just wanted to put that out there and let everybody do what they may. I hope everybody has a great day. Peace.
What you think about that?
I'm glad he's exposing, what's going on. It's what that's what we're out there, to do is, and if her name and her telephone number and everything's on a piece of paper that's a public record, it's not like they should be getting on to him or you getting mad at him because anybody can go in and request this same information. You know what I mean? It's like I said, they're pinpointing us now. They're pinpointing us more and more. There's becoming more and more videos out. Auditors and cop auditors getting in trouble for doing absolutely nothing wrong. And like I said, we can't stop doing what we're doing. Like I said, all the information that he just got finished showing everybody, it's public information. Anybody can find out this information. Why they
Right.
get mad at
Not
specifically
just
him
that,
because
you
it's who
know,
he is.
right, right. And I'm not I didn't play that video. I probably should have blurred out the number and I'll go back and edit it. But I'm not asking anybody to call her, to harass her, to nothing. That's not the purpose of what I'm doing. So, I'm just disclaimer putting that out there. Nobody needs to call this woman. It's being handled and, his lawsuit and stuff. Nobody needs to, hurt his case whatsoever. I mean, they should have redacted that, honestly. But, in
But
my
at the same
opinion.
time, he's still not doing nothing wrong. He's allowed to post everything that he's posting, and that's the whole thing of an audit is, I
Right,
mean,
but
if you
because
look, if
he
you look
did
up
that,
audits,
right, but because he did that is part of the reason he's in, they're trying to press federal charges against him for harassment. So, I mean, you know, it's all that. And Belt Loop, I'm like 3 hours, maybe a little less as well from Houston. I'm just north of Austin. So, uh, yeah. So, moving on.
moving on.
Moving on. And again, I appreciate everybody who's here, who's coming by, who's gonna see this. I mean,
A cou-
united we
a cou- a
stand.
couple a couple of days before they actually have to go to court, they'll drop it. I think that
I don't I don't think so.
That is a private sector there. You can't go in there and do it. They have stuff against that. Okay, about you videoing.
Is it used for state business?
So
It's
But
public.
It's not funded by tax dollars.
It's not.
funded, no.
Who funds it?
It is funded through fees.
2 fees, that's right.
Their fees.
We already
I-
looked into it.
Well,
Okay.
And not just looked into it, I'm waiting on get it in writing. So
That's right.
if you would hold off until I get it in writing, and then I'll show you.
That's right.
All
Then we'll
right.
see how it goes.
Well,
know?
when you get it in writing, then we'll go from there. But until then, it's a public office. And,
Well,
They have the right
We
to
have the right
refuse
to refuse
service
you.
and ask someone to leave.
Okay.
So,
but they can ask all day, but I don't
well,
have to.
Okay, here's the deal, Jimmy. I've
No,
been
here's the
quiet and
deal.
nice.
Here's
Listen,
the deal. Don't bark a directive at
I'm
me.
not barking,
You're doing
no.
great right now.
I'm just saying.
You're
if they-
dismissed.
Exactly. I don't have to listen to what you got to
They're
say.
doing great. So, yeah.
Read that sign right there when you walk in the door. Right there.
Yeah, that's a sign. There's no Missouri codified law. Okay.
You're good, Belt Loop.
Wait a minute.
Sharing is caring.
Do a reference request.
turn the camera off. Go on or off? Is it on or off?
It's on.
Okay.
I can't turn it off.
Then turn around.
Just a minute.
Nope, I'm seizing the camera.
You can't see.
Yes, I can.
I'll turn it off.
Judge's order.
So they did seize his phone. Yeah.
Yep.
Which was BS.
Yeah, they've been taking phones a lot here lately from auditors and using excuses like, well, there's evidence in the phone now and stuff like that. But in reality, they still got to have a warrant to, get your phone. They can't just go confiscate anything that they want from anybody without
Yeah.
warrant, of course.
So firm said that's the letter we got taken down about no filming in the city hall. And then he said also the judge that he had control of said video for 2 miles away. That's crazy.
Wow, that's great. Yep. So I guess if you're just pulling through the parking lot with a dash cam, you're guilty as anybody else for having a dash cam, for recording the same thing that basically he just did from the front side of the building. I mean, it's ridiculous, the rules or the fake laws that they try to throw out there when it's clearly our right to everything's, there is no not being on camera anymore. Anytime you go outside, I mean, Google Earth has you the second you walk out your front door. But nobody
Citizen
has.
said he had his phone seized Monday.
Yeah, see. And then there has to be a judge. I mean, that just shows that the judge is crooked because they have, even if they confiscate the phone, they still got to get a separate warrant to go through the phone. That means that whoever these judges are signing these warrants, they're just as guilty and, at breaking the laws, everybody else, because the judge has to be crooked in order to say, yeah, y'all can go through the phone, to be able to sign the warrant to be able to go through the phone. That just shows, crookedness all the way through, even the municipal courts. But
He
yet,
thought so. The judge did, but James Freeman showed the video and lots called, and the judge took it down. That's what he said.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
it's crazy. Yeah, but they're taking our freedoms away. They're taking away freedom of press, and that's clearly, under the First Amendment, to be able to record our government officials. Everything that goes on in a public office, of course, we all know that's our business. It's anything, is through open record request. But here in Louisiana, they've been denying a lot of open record requests too. So I mean, the transparency is right out the window. Everybody knows that it's only getting worse. But that's why I said we can't stop the fight, because the second we give up, they win and they take over. And they've already,
Right.
they've already pretty much taken over. It's just at this point, it's retaliation straight out. If you look up the word retaliation, what they're doing is retaliation against.
Thank you, Belt Loop. I appreciate it. C Snipe says they want total control.
They do. They want 100% control.
So they filed for a warrant 15 days later. This is my notes. So
And that just shows,
this,
like I said, that shows the crookedness from the judges to sign unlawful warrants.
oh snap, Navin Johnson's in chat. Thank you, me. Welcome. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Frankie, Navin Johnson. If I missed anybody, Patricia, hello. All right, so here's
It's the Ava Police Department, y'all. Let's go check it out.
Hey, can I help you?
Just a minute. Yes, sir, I need 2 officer complaint forms.
Statement forms or complaint forms? You need to shut that off too.
Complaint forms.
Film me, shut it off.
No, sir.
Wow.
Just complaint.
Wow. Just wow. I mean, it's not,
right.
it's like they don't have YouTube, and they know we're out here. They know what we're doing, and still just completely. I mean, I mean, there's not even words to describe what we're watching anymore. I mean, it's become so repetitive, and it's, you know, it's become almost not horrible to watch, but it's horrible to watch because it seems like they would know better now. You know what I mean? All the videos that
Right.
are out there, everything that's going on, I don't know. Like I said, I mean,
Yes, broken system. That's Megan.
mhm.
All right, we'll keep going.
Forms of work.
You want complaint forms?
Yes, sir. And I'll get out of your hair.
What's your name?
None of your business.
Let me do that for you.
Okay, I appreciate you. What's your name?
None of your business?
Oh, it is my business, sir. You're a public employee.
You can find out by asking the city.
You're restricting my right to the First Amendment to redress my government, sir.
Yeah, I'm.
That's a 1983 lawsuit. What's your name and badge
I'm not
number?
a law enforcement. I do not have a badge number. I
Okay,
am a dispatcher.
okay,
You
good.
understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
What's your name?
My name is Dave.
Dave, that's it?
Okay, you need 2 or 1?
Just 2. You don't have a last name, Mr. Dave?
I'm not going to be part of your suit, sir, so
Well,
here you go. Have a good day.
you are a city employee. You get paid with our tax dollars, sir.
You have
so-
a good day.
So you do work for us.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you're not going to identify. All right, I need
Knows
a,
who I am.
okay, you got a sunshine
The
request?
city knows who I am.
I don't.
We do not actually tell you the truth. Let me look and see.
Or just another complaint form. I'll write it on the back.
That's fine.
We'll find out real quick here.
Put it in here for you. Yeah, there we go.
Awesome.
Let me staple that for you.
It doesn't matter. I'm just need 1 sheet of paper.
No, 2 forms here. Okay, there you go. There's.
Oh, and it gets
All
better.
right. You have a pen? I got one.
You got
Thank you. Today's the 26th. 11, 26, 23. I want.
Welcome in,
dispatcher
Lady J.
1 second.
Dave's name, salary, and length of employment. Any complaints? And
And who are you, sir?
None of your business.
Okay, get out of the police department. Then we're not allowed to film inside the police
Are
department.
you trying to,
You can fill that out.
you trying to deny my right? I need another complaint form.
Well, you can fill that out and return it, but you're not allowed to film inside. Go ahead and step out the door.
What's the law on that?
It's in the state law. Step out
It's
the door.
not in the state law.
Step out the door or you
Or
will
what?
be escorted out.
Escorted, you gonna put your hands on me?
Yes, I will. If you
You
do not
will?
comply. Step out.
Can you state the ARS?
Step out.
What's the MLC on that? I need a
Step out.
complaint form, sir.
You have one in your hand.
And
Step
I need another one for you.
Step out.
What's your name and badge number?
Lieutenant Butterworth,
All right,
414.
Lieutenant,
Step out.
you should know the law.
Have a good
You
day.
don't push me out.
Get out of the door.
I need a
Walk
complaint form.
away.
I need a
Tom, pause right there. Do you see that? Like, that is just crazy nuts.
Yeah. it's-
Crazy
it's
nuts.
ridiculous.
I mean, wow.
But like I said, I don't want to sound like a broken record. We see it all the time. It's beyond. Of course it's beyond ridiculous what's going on. And you figured that they would learn, just to, just do their jobs and everything. But it's like next to impossible for them to just do what they're supposed to do and have a professional attitude about it the whole time. Sorry, I had to
Yep.
get comfortable.
No, you're good.
But I'm coming back in. Lieutenant, I'm gonna turn in my sunshine request. Fuck you. Outside and bring it back. Okay. Here you go, Lieutenant. I need a copy and a date stamp.
Get out of
And
the office.
I need another complaint form for you, sir.
Get out of the police department by yourself.
Oh, shut up. You don't give me directives. I'm not detained. You don't give me directives, you coward. You tyrant. This is Lieutenant Butterworth, y'all. All right. I'm gonna hold you accountable, sir. You just violated my First Amendment right. This is a public building. Where's the sign that says no filming? There is not one up here. What's the code on that? Well, you eat a dick, dude. You don't give me directives. You work for me, son. I don't work for you.
All right, you can complain on me too. Fill that
I'm
out.
going
Do
to.
not film inside the
I need my copy of my sunshine. This is a public building, sir. It needs
copy of it.
it needs to be date stamped. You've been served, Butterworth. I'm gonna look at your cars. Fuck you. Look at this car. TD5. This is what Ava Police Department looks like. Can't really see much. Let's get a tag. Oh, he ain't running no tags on the front. That's illegal. There's the number, y'all. 417-683-2900. I'll be back with an army. business. He's watching me. PD5. Hilarious. He's running the tag.
Get away from them personal cars.
Oh, he's a dick, man. I don't have to.
They ain't got nothing to do with
This
you.
is public property.
That right there is not a cop car. Get away from
Don't touch me. What's your name and badge number
Get out
since
of
you
here.
want to bark directives?
You want to buck? I'm gonna buck with you. Get out.
I'm not bucking. You are.
Get.
I'm going. What's your name and badge number?
Jimmy, get off the property.
This is public property, sir. I haven't committed a crime. You need a crime.
You got that accent. Where are you from?
None of your business. Get away from my car. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Where's my camera at?
What's your name and badge number?
I was gonna film you. Hey, Robert John 3, David 9, Sam.
Yeah, go run it. See who it comes back to, dumbass. What's your name and badge number?
What's your name? What's your badge number?
What's your name and badge number?
What's your badge number?
None of your business. I'm a private citizen.
Like a cop?
Do I?
Do I look like a cop?
You got a name and badge number? You going to identify?
I ain't got nothing. You going to identify? Who are you?
None of your
Who are
business.
you?
None of your
What's
business.
your name, boy?
None of your business, boy.
What's your name, boy?
None of your business. Look at this,
Hey, that's
y'all.
a nice little do-rag you got up there, man.
You like that, do you?
Like a faggot.
All right, get out of here, punk.
None of your business, boy. What's your name, boy?
That's crazy.
What a great video. All right. Are you clear? I don't want you to hurt yourself.
Hey, now.
Yep, I'll be back.
Hey, what do you got in there?
I'll be back. None of your
What's in that
business.
bottle?
None of your
What
business.
you got in that bottle?
None of your business.
Let me see it.
Kick rocks.
Where you going?
You can't operate a motor vehicle and have a cell phone.
Hey, you can't.
I'm on public property,
You
buddy.
can't have your cell phone running while you're driving.
Eat a dick.
Breaking the law.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Boy, tyrants. Ha ha. None of your business. Woo-wee.
Your thoughts?
I mean, just wow. I mean, it's you see how they're trying to turn anything and everything. Well, you can't film whenever you're driving. I mean, just anything and everything they can to turn it around on him is what they were trying to do. Anything. Just it's like I said. I mean, if you look up retaliation, everything that they're doing right here is it's all retaliation because of who he is. They're retaliating.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
It really is.
Okay, let me see.
That dude looked like he'd been pushing other people's buttons already. Anyways, he already had a pat. He already had a patch over his nose. Somebody done kicked his ass. Is what it looks like. That's what he gets for running his mouth. You know what I mean? It's do unto others as if you don't want something done to you, don't treat others like that. But that dude clearly has pushed other people's buttons before, and looking for anything and everything that he can to hem him up on just anything to get his ID, and just it's ridiculous. It really is. But like I said, I mean, it's repetitive, and we're gonna see hundreds more videos like this. But until they learn their place, we're gonna keep pushing those buttons. We're gonna keep letting them know, and that's why I believe that everybody should be out recording the police and their government officials. That way, it's just not one person going in every once in a while. It needs to become routine to the point to where that it's nothing. Just like we're being recorded when we go in. It should be the same, like towards them. It should be repetitive.
Well, and that
But
was the chief of police.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, and he called him a faggot. Like, really?
Yeah. Well, there is no limitations in what the cops are saying. Like I've been dealing with that here in Louisiana. I've been called, anything from a fucker to get the hell out of here to, get the fuck on. I mean, just the way that they talk is they think that they own us, and they clearly don't own us. They clearly can't tell us where to go, where to stand, if we're not breaking no laws. But they're so used to people just bowing down, doing whatever they say for people to do. And now that there's auditors and cop watchers, we're the only ones that resist everything that they say. And it's like you can see the confusion on their face a lot of times. They don't know what to do whenever they get resistance from cop watchers and auditors, because they're so used to telling people what to do and people just doing it. Whenever you go against them, it triggers their ego to the point of no return.
Right. So this is when he went to the city council meeting and served the papers for the lawsuit.
Visit to the Ava City Police Department the other day. I was trying to file a sunshine request, and Chief Overcast and Lieutenant Butterworth denied me my First and 14th Amendment rights. I'm an independent journalist, and I have a small YouTube channel called JC News Now. On November 25th at 11:33 a.m., I entered the Ava City Police Department and attempted to get 2 officer complaint forms, and while there, I decided to do a sunshine request. I was told to turn off my camera. That's a First Amendment right violation. I'm a press. We have this right in America. I was told that it was against the state law to record my interactions with police or other government entities. This is untrue. This is a protected right. Lieutenant Butterworth told me this. Not only is it lawful activity, it's protected under the First Amendment. This is the first law of this great land. That flag right there guarantees us the right to free press. Lieutenant Butterworth,
And this video right here, brought tears to my eye. I was nervous for him. You know what I mean? But I was so proud of him, doing it and recording it, and just he handles himself so maturely and respectfully still. You know what I mean? After everything that they have put him through and all the BS, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just, kudos to JC for real. For real. I'm honored to know him. I'm honored to see his work. He's a great activist, and he's got people in the community that are going to be there for him. So,
of course,
lied to me. He then forcefully pushed me out of the police department and barred my reentry. My taxes pay for that building, just like every one of y'all's. Everybody's in this room pays for taxes, except for the law enforcement standing there. They use our taxes to pay it. Everyone's taxes pays for that building. As I continued working on my story out in the parking lot, an unknown individual who would not identify himself, and I later found out he was the chief, he aggressively approached me and made the threat to Lieutenant Butterworth. He's fixing to go on the deck. This man followed me in my car and asked me, do I look like a cop? Because I kept asking him, what's your name and your badge number? He said, do I look like a cop? He then called me a homophobic slur. He called me a faggot. This is unacceptable. And made fun of my attire. He berated and threatened me, and I've received several death threats supporting the chief's behavior. I've got them all on my phone. I'm afraid to leave my home alone and was terrified about coming to this meeting for fear of retaliation. I was told if I came to this meeting, I'd never make it back to Branson. From these men, my fear was allayed when Mayor Norman called me back today, returned my phone call, and he told me that I would have a voice tonight and that I would be heard. And I really appreciate that, sir. That's accountability right there. These men are a liability to the great city of Ava. This is a beautiful city, and they're going to cost y'all a lot of money. As y'all can see, right now, I'm personally serving you, Mayor, with a letter of intent to sue. And I'm going to sue the city of Ava under the 1983 laws. It's a federal law, and this is your 30-day notice to either settle or we're going to face off in a federal court. And I'll win. I've got all the footage on my camera, and everybody's seen the video. I will win. They're going to frown on that man, especially when he wouldn't identify. To me, I could have shot him.
and I would have been in my rights to protect myself. He wouldn't identify. He wasn't wearing a badge. All he had on was a Band-Aid on his face. This man is a thug, and so is his lieutenant. Now, here's what's going to happen to the city of Ava. The taxpayers are going to pay for that man's bill. They're going to pay for this settlement, and I'm going to get it. If I don't get it, they've got 30 days, which will be the 11th of next month, to comply. Let me know whether or not they want to go to a federal court. My attorney sent me here tonight. He said, you serve them, do everything correctly, and let them know how you feel. And that's what I'm doing here tonight. Hopefully, the city of Ava will do something about these dangerous men. Please fire them. Avoid any further liabilities. This is a problem. This is a beautiful place to live. I've got many friends that live here. Some of them told me how it was, and I didn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe the stories I've heard. And the sheriff's office is next. I'm going to them next, and we're going to go over them with a fine-tooth comb. We're going to find out everything about them. The city of Ava is going to undergo some scrutiny over the next year. My channel's very small. I only have 19,000 subscribers, but my friends have millions. I've got one friend, he's a very close friend of mine. He's got 3 million subscribers. Have you been getting any phone calls? If you have.
I know for a fact they have, because I have been making some.
Well, I haven't called yet, but I know some people's told me that y'all been getting some phone calls. Imagine the phone calls you're getting with 19,000 subscribers versus 3 million. I really appreciate the council's time, and I hope you take into consideration what I said. And here's your copy, Miss Welsh, and I appreciate every bit of your help in replying, your quick responses to my sunshine requests. I've never had them answered that quickly, and I think you're a very professional lady, and the city of Ava is lucky to have you, and as well as you, Mayor Norman, and I appreciate y'all's time. And with that, I'm JC News Now. Share, like, and subscribe. You're next, guys.
Thanks, Jimmy.
All right.
Have a good day, Jimmy.
Yeah, suck it easy.
I love that.
All right, they've been served. They got 30 days. We'll see how it goes.
You know, when the public asks if you're a cop, you should identify as an officer of the law. Not say, do I look like a cop? Do I look like a cop? I'm adjusting my government right now. You don't like being part of the government? You don't like working in this kind of profession? Then quit. But actually, you're fixing to get fired, I hope. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
All right.
You want to say all that stuff now? Overcast? You got nothing to say? Still not going to identify? It's a public building, sir. You don't have to step outside.
Yeah, we're having trouble hearing it here. It's okay, go ahead and talk, it's not quite so loud.
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Sir,
Mayor.
I'm trying to be loud, and I also thank you for your time.
Every one of y'all are on notice. You violate rights, it's coming down.
Hey, you got here on James Freeman.
Yeah, look forward to a visit from him. Also AFA.
Hey, wait a minute. Isn't he from New Mexico, the sheriff? I didn't mean other than James Freeman, huh?
Oh, yeah, you're from Bern, ain't you, Sheriff?
Yeah, it looks like we found out more information about you guys than we thought we would.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, where's Butterworth at? I'd like to know. Since he was in court.
Yeah, Overcast ain't got nothing to say now.
Lucky laptop news.
JC News Now. I'll be back, Overcast.
Share, like, subscribe, and hey, please, do not violate our rights if you're officers of the law watching this.
I'm out here with Lucky Laptop News, y'all. He came in support and back up. Please subscribe to his channel. This man's on it. He came and supported me. And I'm also with CBS News. Check her
Yes,
out.
I am.
It's
Edwin.
And kind of listening to Stan and making sure she didn't go south.
It's her title's spelled C like you see SEE, and then BS News right behind it. Give her a shout out, share, like, and subscribe. Let's get out of here while the getting's good. I love y'all. I love y'all.
Later, man. Peace out.
All right, y'all be careful going home.
So yeah, thanks to Lucky Laptop. I mean, because you know was scared, you know what I mean, to go, because he was threatened. He was threatened that he might not make it home. So I mean, and his wife, CBS News. Somebody can drop her link as well. That would be fantastic.
But you could
So what you
clearly see
think?
in the background, they just don't care. They know all the lawsuits. It's not coming out of their pockets. That's why qualified immunity needs to end. They know no matter what goes on, it's not coming out of their pockets. And I think that's their biggest drive in continuing to act the way that they do, because you know, they know that they could just switch, departments if they wanted to switch departments. They know that they're not going to get fired. They know that the money that all these lawsuits are coming out of, it's not coming out of their pockets. You know what I mean? We clearly see that the law enforcement and the people that work in these government buildings, they they just don't care. They don't care. They don't, it's they ain't worried. That's the biggest part, is they ain't worried about what goes on. They ain't worried about what you say. That's the reason that they're, actually, talking a lot of crap back, because they literally, they just don't care anymore. There's no fear until something actually affects their family, their life, their, you know, uh neighborhood, you know what I mean? They ain't gonna care. They ain't gonna care. And I think that, of course, we all know that that's part of the, major problem too, is they know that there's no retaliation against them. They're just going to look at you, they're going to laugh, they're going to turn around and go violate the next person's rights, because they just don't care. That's how far that we have lost our government, is, to the point to where they know that there's nothing that they're going to be held accountable for. And
Right.
some cops do get fired. Some people in these, government buildings, they do get fired, but they know that they can go to another department, just like, the police do. Before, whenever you file a complaint, they know they have to go to a different police department. You know what I mean? They transfer before before the IA reports even go in. It's horrible to watch, and that's the reason that they're going to continue doing, the way that they are doing, because they know that there's nothing that's going to happen to them, and that's part of the problem, of course.
Right.
They just don't
So
care.
this is the notice of intent to file a lawsuit. You know, says this letter is an intent to sue shall serve as a formal notice that Jimmy intends to commence a lawsuit against you due to the following. I was forcibly removed from the police department lobby while conducting a First Amendment constitutional protected activity. He was denied his rights guaranteed by the Constitution of the United States. I will also, he was, and this is just, going over what he said in the council meeting. Um, you know, uh, but yeah, so, oh, wrong one, wrong way. This is the probable cause statement. I gotta see if I can make it to where y'all can read it. So it says, I, Deputy Joseph, took the complaint and statement from so-and-so at this time. So-and-so stated that he never touched Jimmy Hag and he has never been in any homosexual adult films. Stated that Jimmy has had several slanderous statements about so-and-so, and the actions have caused numerous people to contact the AV Police Department and making threats about stalking so-and-so's family and himself. So-and-so state that he has affected his ability to work in a productive manner due to the threats and false accusations. It should be noted all videos on this case are from social media platforms such as Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Says, I believe Jimmy's past criminal history should be considered in this affidavit. Jimmy's past criminal history arrests are listed as below. So they're trying to, one, use his past, you know what I mean, as something that's ridiculous. This second one, this B, is from the DMB, if I'm not mistaken. the redacted name is the name of the officer. It's just crazy.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, wrong one.
But the
Dang
only thing
it,
we can
dang
do,
it.
like I said, just expose it, and the phone calls that they get. But it's crazy now when people call, just like here in Louisiana now, when people call to petition their government, they're getting in trouble for other people calling. We have no control over what other people do, and
Well, but he didn't tell anybody to call. He
right,
didn't,
of
you know
course
what I
not,
mean?
right,
And as far as the the sexual, stuff or whatever, that's on that dude's
What's up, Ghost Eagle?
uh that's skeletons in his closet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Oh, Butterworth is the redacted name, sorry. Right. So apparently this cop has gay cop porn out there, allegedly. I unfortunately have seen some evidence. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's not, let's just say it's not just a statement. Like there's facts, there's receipts, there's proof. Um, so yeah. So this is the warrant out for his arrest. Um, and it was dated, the day after Christmas. Bullshit.
yep. There's no rest for the wicked, for these wicked people out there. There is no rest for them. They're going to continue
So
doing what they're going to do. I mean,
right.
but
Mhm.
we hear the question, well, when are the American people going to stand up? I believe it's going to take something traumatic for the American people to, I mean, there's a lot of people that watch our videos, watch cop watching videos, and there's probably more that they wish that they could probably do, but at the same time, it's going to take something traumatic for anything to change. I mean, there's just it's going to take something traumatic. It's for
Right.
people to actually go in and start doing exactly what we do. We need everybody to do what we're doing
United
and
we
do what we're
stand.
doing
It's
because
the
we're
only
saying.
way it's gonna work. I mean, that's all I'm gonna say. So he has a warrant out for his arrest. They're trying to charge him with felony E, it says, for harassment first degree. I mean, is that not the biggest bullshit ever? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I
yeah.
mean,
And you said that they won't give him an attorney because there was no jail or something like that, or what was?
no, that was for that. Oh. They wouldn't give him a public defender.
Wow.
And I'm sure you heard of, judge shopping before. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, this is what's going on. It's just because, like I said, his case, has been, they're on the fourth prosecutor and the third judge for all of this, and now this is current. He currently has a warrant out for his arrest, a BS warrant. He is going to turn himself in as soon as the first court date, from my understanding. But I mean, yeah, this is just crazy.
Yep.
Okay, so
That's
let's
that's 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 why we need a lot of people to petition their government.
and so this is the harassment first degree. This is the probable cause statement. Oh, you can't see that very well. Crap. It says, yeah. They're saying that he committed, harassment in the first degree by saying, he made statements over social media about performing homosexual adult films. So as far as I know, he hasn't said anything that I know of. JC himself hasn't said anything about the homosexual adult films. So, I mean, that's just, I could be wrong.
Yeah. And if he hasn't, I think that he should. I mean, it's
I mean, but this is, so yeah. But again, he's stating that his past criminal history should be considered. Why? He's done served his time. You know what I mean?
well, look
I
how many
just
cops,
don't.
look how many cops are still cops, and all the rights violations that they've done against innocent people. That should be exposed. That's past criminal history. You know what I mean? That's why I believe all these cops that have ever violated anybody's rights should be thrown out there, because that's past history of rights violations. But other police departments will hire them on and overlook that. You know what I mean? But yet, if you're a civilian citizen out in the world, they're going to try to hold everything that you've done wrong against you. But yet, cops are some of the biggest criminals that I know on this earth,
Mhm.
with the rights violations. All the US 18 section 242s, and IDing, just everybody that they can to search for warrants, and
So
trying
this
to get
was a
everybody's
comment
business.
that was
And
left on that video. Somebody needs to forward these videos to JC's probation officer. I'm sure that probationer must identify their probation status to Leo's. And then it says, all my friends and I have been flooding the probation office and saying, JC told me to call. See, they just put it right there that they're trying to, you know what I mean? Set him up.
trying to make him look like the bad person that's making everybody call. No, everybody's it's human nature. When somebody sees something that they don't like, they should address it, especially when it comes to their government. You know
Right.
what I mean? It's it's ridiculous. And like I said, I only think it's going to get worse. That's why I said the rebellion. It's going to get worse. But at the same time, it's when I said earlier, it's going to take something traumatic for things to actually change. And I believe that we're out there the ones that are making the change. We're getting these people to realize, hey, what's really going on around them. Now,
Right.
whether they decide to have free human choice to make that phone call is up to them, but it has nothing to do with if we, have them. Either we tell them or we don't tell them. You know what I mean?
Right.
People are going to do it whether we tell them to do it or not. And
Right.
if they try to retaliate against us for people having free will, you know what I mean? That's just ignorance as far as the law enforcement and the government goes. It's just straight ignorance. I mean, what we're seeing, and like I said, this is going to happen a million more times. But the only thing that, like I said, we
Oh,
can do
so
is
that
expose them.
comment was on a troll channel. Just again, I really try to keep my facts straight. So that was on a troll channel, one of their followers, letting them, yeah.
Hmm.
So, I mean, that's crazy. I do have his Cash App pinned. He has not asked anybody to donate. He just he hasn't. I mean, he is, people have asked him, I'm asking for him. I mean, I believe if you go to his video, he also has the lawyers direct if you want to donate directly to his lawyer, and not, to him on his Cash App or whatever, you can do that as well. Um, you know, he needs help, guys.
Yeah, we
We
definitely
all
need to
I
support
just
him. Yeah, we
showed,
need to support him.
I showed all the evidence from the beginning to the end. I mean, I showed videos that others haven't showed, the big channels haven't showed. So hopefully that opens the eye to people who haven't. Um, and yes, thanks for all the 31 likes. Thank you to everybody, who's in my chat, who's in Toe's chat. He's popped in and out. Like I said, he's on daddy duty. So yeah. Um, and that's what we have about JC News. Please
Yep.
go subscribe to his channel. He's great. He's doing, good work. And much love to you. I know he's
Yeah,
lurking.
he's definitely standing up for people's rights. He deserves everybody's respect at this point.
Right.
Everybody's respect for sure.
And thank you, Duke City, for doing all the drop links. I appreciate you. You were awesome. We're not done. We're just halfway through. But I wanted to get that out there. So, truth be told, how you been?
I
What's
have
been going on
been
with you?
wow. Well, of course, a lot of people know Michelle's mobile media moved to Arizona, so I am the last standing in Louisiana as far as cop watching and First Amendment audits go. And yeah, they all know who I am. They've all had their little piece to try to retaliate against me. The last 2 months, I've had my phone grabbed out of my hand, thrown across two different cop cars. I've been shoved, I've been pushed, I've been slammed on the hood of cop cars, trying to stand up for American people's rights. And just and the last one, just simply asking questions. I get my phone taken away. I get a door slammed at me. I get shoved just for asking questions. And it's own state. The state's bad. This state's bad, but Louisiana, it's definitely up there because they have nobody here holding them accountable, and they are just
Right.
doing whatever they want to do here. I mean,
I did hear the audio. I totally was gonna download it and I totally forgot. But yes, there is. If you go to his channel, there is an audio of them calling. It's just crazy. So I mean, you're lucky to be alive today, right? For those that don't know, I guess it's been almost 2 weeks or a week and a half ago,
it's been a week and a
right?
half, yeah, a week and a half ago, yeah.
So what happened a week and a half ago?
Well, I mean, I was driving home. I went to go pick up my cousin, and the roads here in Louisiana are super windy and super slick. I wasn't, of course, I don't drink. I don't even like to drink, but my truck had slid out from underneath me under one of the steep corners out here, and I hit a tree at 45 miles an hour and completely passed
And
out.
that's the tree right there, right?
Yes, the tree. It completely knocked me out. I don't even remember the wreck. I don't remember climbing out the passenger side, climbing out in front of my truck. I mean, it completely gave me amnesia about 10 minutes before the wreck, and that's at 45 miles an hour with a tree. And as I'm sitting there, the next thing I know, I remember I was waking up in front of the truck, and the EMT people were there. And of course, like I said, I had been completely knocked out from the wreck. So of course I give my driver's license to the EMT people. That way they can get my name. That way, they find out that I'm a diabetic and all this other stuff.
Mhm.
And they asked if I wanted to go to the hospital. And of course, I already knew that I already had a head injury, neck injury. I broke a rib in the wreck and everything. So uh, before I get in the ambulance, I asked the EMT that I had given my driver's license to. That way he can get all my information. And at that point, he says, "Well, the state trooper that's down the street asked for your ID." And then I was like, "Well," I asked him, I was like, "So you gave the cop my driver's license?" He said, "Yes, he did." And from that point, he said, "Well, you want to go to the hospital?" I already knew I had to go to the hospital. The airbag blew up in my face. It broke my nose, broke a rib. And then I went to the hospital. As soon as I get to the hospital, they're admitting me in, doing their thing and all this stuff. And the state trooper that the EMT had given my driver's license to walked up to me, and I saw him. They always like to put your ID on their little body camera or something like that. And I seen that he had my driver's license, and I said, "Well, can I get my property back? There's no reason for you to hold on to my driver's license, anyways." And next thing I know, he says, "Well, you could take a picture of it. We're gonna hold it for evidence." And just to let everybody know, and I'm being honest, I haven't had a traffic ticket in 5 years, so my license was 100% good. And it was a sheer accident. My truck had slid off the road. It was wet road. It was 15 minutes after it rained, and I ended up getting out of the hospital. I haven't been able to move around very much. I'm laying down right now because, like I said, my rib is killing me. But so what? I went to my bank to go get some cash out, and I seen a state trooper sitting in a parking lot. So I was like, okay, well, I haven't had a chance to call anybody to find out how to get my driver's license back. So I decided to approach the state trooper in a parking lot just to ask him simple questions like, hey, who do I need to get in contact with? I know the state trooper didn't bring his, my license home. Where's my driver's license at? And he told me to check with the DMV, but that's not where this video ends.
So yeah, we're gonna play this video, so you can see what happened.
Yeah. Sorry if the wind's cutting through my phone, but I got some questions to ask the state trooper right here. I got in a wreck last Friday night, and I gave the driver's license to one of the deputies that was there. He's not even in his car. See, I didn't even see him until I noticed that he was laying way back in the seat. He is dead asleep and has been there for 30 minutes asleep.
So he was sleeping. Yeah, you couldn't see him at first, and then you get right up to him, and he, wakes up. So, truth be told, drove, like you said, he went to his bank, and then, he went and parked his, vehicle somewhere, and then he walked up. So it had been about 30 minutes since he first saw this police officer in this parking lot, and he decided to go ask him, a couple of questions, like how do I go about getting my driver's license to from a sheriff who stole it. I mean, technically he stole his ID, and he's trying to find how to get it back. So that's where we're at.
He's asleep in his car. Check this out. Hey, I got a question for you. Last Friday, then he acts like he's busy. He was clearly asleep. Now he's gonna roll his window up on me. He was asleep in his car. Let me get his plate number and all that good stuff. And we got A39 is his unit number. Sorry about the wind if it's cutting through. He's asleep out here in his car, people. Louisiana State Trooper at his finest had to knock on the window to wake his ass up. Oh man, you can cut that light out, dude. Can you cut that light out?
So at this point, I think he's pissed, right? That you walked up on him and he was sleeping in his yeah.
Because right now, he doesn't mention anything about officer safety. He doesn't mention anything how close I am standing to his vehicle. He doesn't mention anything. He just knows that I'm recording. So would a cop's favorite little line, or not necessarily line, but their favorite thing to go to?
It's always officer safety.
Yeah, let's go ahead and put the light in the camera, and
right.
That's a restriction against my rights to film. You know that, right? But I do have a question for you though. Last Friday, see, that's why I'm here to explain to you why I'm here talking to you. For one, you're asleep in your car, but I have a question though. My truck, it was wet last Friday night, and my truck had slid off the road and I had hit a tree, right? Well, they had called the EMS there. Can you please cut that light out? What's your name? I don't need to give my name, but I have a question for you though. It was Officer Garcia was the one that had taken my driver's license, and I wasn't under the influence or anything. Like I said, I just slid off the road. I got knocked out from the wreck and everything, and I gave my driver's license to the state trooper Garza that was there that night. Correct? I gave my driver's license to the EMT, and the EMT ended up giving the state trooper my driver's license. But for no reason, asked my driver's license back. He refused to give me my driver's license back. was, well, who do I get in contact with to be able to get my driver's license back?
That'll be the DMV.
The DMV, even though the state trooper is the one that took it.
So the trooper isn't.
See, that response doesn't make sense to me. Why would you go to the DMV and not the sheriff's department?
Right, because I mean the officer, well, he says, well, the officer didn't take your license to his house. You know, that's the reason they said that it would be at the DMV. But in reality, they had no right to take my driver's license in the first place. It was, I wasn't sure, you know, of course, you know, it always comes across my mind. I wonder if
I mean, I know there's sheriffs that work in the DMV though. You know what I mean? But I mean,
right, this is state
they
trooper.
have their own. Oh, it was the state trooper. Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is a state trooper, and this is that's the reason I was asking this state trooper because it was.
But it was a sheriff. Local. Oh, okay, okay, got you.
Yeah, it's all state troopers at this point.
Okay.
He doesn't have it at his house. It's not at his house.
Right. Well, what gave him permission to take my license in the first place is, I guess, is one of my main questions.
Did they explain that stuff to you?
No, like I said, the wreck, I hit my head on the window, and it made me pass out. But I hit a tree because my truck just slid off the road. It was a wet road. And I gave my driver's license to the EMT people, you know, so they could have my information and all that stuff. And next thing I know, I got transported to the hospital. The cop came up there, or the state trooper came up there, Garza came up there with my driver's license and asked him to see if I could have my driver's license back because I did nothing wrong. I just slid off the road. You know, I had insurance on my vehicle and everything like that. But he says he was going to hold on to it. Why would he hold on to it?
I wasn't there, so I really don't know, like, the context of what you're talking about.
So you wouldn't have no idea why he had taken, what's your name and your badge number?
Say it again?
What's your name and badge number?
What are you talking about?
Your name and badge number?
What do you have going on again? Like, what's your situation again? Tell us again.
Well, like I said, I'm trying to figure out how to get my driver's license back that was pretty much stolen from me from a state trooper.
Like, tell me the story again, like, one more time.
My truck had slid off the road.
Like, slow down and tell it to me from the beginning.
I was driving home.
Where were you at?
I was out in Denham Springs off of Carter Road.
What was the intersecting road?
It was right at the, pretty much at the entrance of Fountain Bayou Blue. It's a neighborhood out there, which would be Renee Avenue. And, you know, it had knocked me out and the EMS showed up. So, of course, you know, I gave my license to them. That way they could copy down my information and my insurance and all that. And when I went to go ask the EMT person, you know, is there any way I can get my driver's license back? Because, you know, I didn't do nothing wrong. I just, you know, accidentally slid off the road. And then, like I said, the state trooper ended up holding on to it after the EMT had already given them my driver's license. And then at the hospital, he let me take a picture of my ID, says it wasn't suspended. I was allowed to drive still and everything, but he held on to my, huh?
Were you arrested?
No, I was not arrested. And then, like I said, at the hospital, I asked him then, you know, well, is there any way I can get my driver's license back? And I asked him, I was like, it's not suspended because, you know, it was just a sheer accident that, you know, it was wet roads and I went around a corner and the truck slid out from underneath me and I hit a tree. But, you know, I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't commit no crime or anything like that. Why would he have taken my license and not wanted to give it back?
I really don't know. There's more context to what you're saying.
Oh, no, there absolutely isn't. And I deal with police on a daily basis, so, and I can't understand. So I'd have to get a hold of the DMV. The DMV would be the ones that would have my license.
Yeah, was your license,
It was current and everything. It was, I have no warrants, no nothing.
when did it expire?
Not until 27.
27?
Correct. But the DMV is the one that would have it. So the state trooper would have turned it into the DMV? Yeah? So I need to contact the DMV. So I wouldn't get a hold of the state troopers. I'd get a hold of the DMV.
Correct.
All right. Were you enjoying your nap or? This is where I get them for sleeping.
Yee.
I want to show you something.
Can you turn this light off? You know that's a restriction of rights. That's US 18 Section 242, right?
And then he turns on his overhead lights.
Restricting my rights to film you in your official capacity while you're sleeping in a parking lot. And I also need your name and badge number as well.
What is your name?
I don't need to give my name. I just needed to know who do I get a hold of to get my driver's license back.
And I told you that.
Okay, that's fine. So you're gonna go back to sleep now, or?
You know, I'd like you to take care of you, whatever you need, but I want to show you something.
Well, I just had a question. Now I know who to get a hold of. I just wonder now why you're restricting my rights to film you, because of all the lights you're putting in my camera.
Restricting your rights.
Anytime that you put a light in my camera, that's US 18 Section 242 restricting my rights to film you. There's no reason. You see that I'm no threat. Both of my hands are where you could see them, and you have a light in my camera, and then you turned on your top light into my camera as well. What's your name? And your badge number? State Trooper?
Well, I'm trying to pull it up for you.
What, your name and badge number? You don't know that off the top of your head, or what? You're making yourself look like a fool right now.
You don't have to call names.
You're making yourself look like a fool right now. All you got to do is turn off this light and stop restricting my rights so I could film you, so I could see you. But this light is restricting me from being able to see you, which is a violation of my rights.
And then this happens.
Put it down, but you turn it off. See, my hands are right here. See? One hand's holding the camera, one hand's right here. See this, people? He won't even give me his name and badge number. He has to look something up in order to give me his name and badge number. But you told me where to go. I just need your name and badge number. That way I could say who I talked to and who to file a complaint against. Already got your squad car number, your unit number, so all I need is your name and badge number. Huh? Your name's on the back too, or just your unit number? Just your unit number is on the back of your car. And that is A39. But nowhere's back there does it have your name on the back of that car. See this, people? See the lights?
I didn't think about that. You see what Patricia said?
Yeah, that they were looking up. But I was wondering, they all know who I am anyways.
Why, you need to get out or what? Are you, is it an officer safety thing, or is there a law stating I can't stand right here?
Actually, there is, but they back up.
And what law is that? What revised statute is that?
Are you trying to make me prove you something?
I'm trying to get your name and badge number. That way I could leave you alone. That way you can go back to sleep. I just need your name and badge number. And I'm clearly no threat. I got both my hands right here.
No. Back up and lift your shirt up and spin around.
Back up.
Listen to this shit.
So
like I said, he wasn't worried. He wasn't worried about anything until I brought up officer safety, and it was like a snap in his head. It's like, oh yeah, officer safety. Now I need you to back up, lift your shirt up, and turn around. And I was like, well, what law states that I got to do that? What law says I can't be here? And so I take it even one step further. I put my hands on the light that he wants to restrict my rights with. Then all of a sudden he tells me I can't have my hand on his car. I mean, it gets worse. Watch. It gets way worse.
Spin around.
Back up, lift your shirt up, and spin around.
Is there a law stating for that too, or? Because this is going to become more of an issue than what you don't want it to be. And that's not a threat. That is saying that I'm going to turn a complaint in on you because you're doing absolutely everything wrong right now.
And there goes his ego.
I just need your name and badge number. That's all I need.
But her.
And then you could go back to sleep.
I love that you keep
There's no law
saying
stating
that,
I can't
dude.
touch your car.
Hands off my truck.
I'm allowed to touch your vehicle. I pay. This is my truck. I pay for
Get your
it.
hands off my truck.
I pay for this truck. So
see, it's just unlawful directive, unlawful order.
Get your hands off my truck.
y'all hear this, people?
3,
And now he's trying to hit me with this door.
1.
Daniel,
What? I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not doing nothing.
So at this point, what happened?
He gets out, he grabs my phone, throws it across the hood of his truck with both hands, shoves me backwards with a broken rib, because this is less than a week later after I broke my rib, shoves me backwards with both of his hands, and then starts telling me to get the fuck out of there. I have no reason to be there. Those are his exact words. You can listen in, but those are his exact words: is get the fuck out of here. I don't need you to fuck here. Is the kind of is that's what I'm saying. They say whatever. They don't care. Restrictions on what they say to us. This is him on the other side of the cop car right there. He turns off my phone, sets it on the ground next to his front tire, runs to his driver's seat, hops in the driver's seat, and takes off before I can make it back to my phone on the other side of his cop car.
That's
And of course,
crazy.
that's how that video ends.
Because he ended it. Did he end it or?
Well, yeah. Well, like I said, he threw my phone on the hood of his car, and when he threw my phone on the hood of his car, that's whenever he shoves me and tells me to get the fuck out of there. That I have no reason to be there. And then I was like, "Well, give me my phone back." That's when he walks around to the other side of his cop car, picks up my phone and pushes, stop record, and holds onto my phone for additional 2 seconds. I think he might have an Apple because he didn't understand my Droid, but I think he was trying to erase my footage because his dash cam wasn't on, and also looked at his body cam and it wasn't on. But it clearly, he was in the wrong the whole entire time for shoving me, putting his hands on me, grabbing my phone. Not only restricting my rights to film because of the lights he put in there, but also grabbed my phone and threw it across the car so he could shove me or do whatever he wanted to me off the camera. And like I said, his body cam wasn't on; it wasn't flashing. I guarantee you, there was no, That's when he walked to the other side of his car, went and turned my phone off, set it on the ground next to his front right tire.
And this is going to be illegal.
Walk back to his driver's seat, gets in his car, and then he hauls ass out of the parking lot before I can make it to my phone and push record again. And yeah, yeah, you're right. He was trying to get my phone and erase all the footage that I just made of what had happened. But I don't think he understood how to operate my phone. That's why, it's clearly where the record button is. He pushed, but you can see the phone pointing down where he picks it up off of his hood, and he turns off the video, sets the phone down, runs to his driver's seat, and takes off. And then, like I said, by the time I get back over to my phone and get it turned back on, he was already up the street.
Crazy.
And that's what I'm dealing with here in Louisiana. That's just one, but then where I live here in Denham Springs, Louisiana, the cops pull you over for no reason just to ID you. It's pretty bad here, the ones that I'm dealing with. So
Okay, so I'm trying to find the other one. I'm trying to figure out which one to play first.
But that one was pretty bad. He gets out of the car, he tried to hit me with his driver's door, and I backed up. And then that's whenever he got out and he grabbed my phone. And after he threw my phone is when he shoved me with both hands and told me to get the fuck out of there, like it was some high school fight or something, instead
Right.
of being professional and doing like he's supposed to have done. But that is what you call, I caught him sleeping. I caught him sleeping on the job. And like I said, he was there for more than 30 minutes, sitting there sleeping in his car. I'm glad I walked up when I did.
So is this is your take on this one, right?
Yeah,
This
that's
your video?
Yeah, that's my video. And then a week after I put my video up, I was able to go get an open records request, and then I got the body cam footage.
Right, and
from
we'll play that.
Officer DeBoer.
Patricia was asking, is that Jennings County?
No, this was all Livingston. This is all Livingston Parish.
And is this one Livingston Parish too?
Yes,
Or?
both of these instances with that state trooper and Officer DeBoer that you see on the picture right now, that is a Denham Springs police department, which is also in Livingston Parish. So both of these instances happen in Livingston Parish. But the first one was a state trooper working in Livingston Parish, and this one is a Denham Springs police officer working in Livingston Parish. And parish is the equivalency of a county in another state. They just call them parishes here in Louisiana.
Turn around, face my unit.
Really?
Place your hands on top of your head and interlace your fingers.
I am recording you. Oh, so okay. See this, people? What do y'all want?
Hey, sir, you give me a favor, step this from me.
Can you tell me what you pulled me over for? What do you want? What do you want?
Do me a favor, stand in front of my unit, please.
I can stand where I want. You can tell me what you pulled me over for.
Okay, so for my safety, I want you to stay in front of my unit.
And for auditor safety, I would like for you to tell me why you stopped me.
Who
are you?
I will in just a
Who are
second.
you?
Hey, man, stand in front of my unit.
I could stand where I want, dude.
Not
What
on
is
my
your
traffic
problem?
stop.
Not on my traffic stop. What do you want? What did you pull me over
Do me a
for?
favor, you can put the cell phone
No, I can hold my cell phone.
when it interferes with a...
It's not interfering. Recording.
Yes.
Turner
It
versus
is.
driver says it is not interfering. Louisiana, Texas, and Mississippi, as Turner versus driver, have every right to film y'all. What did you pull me over for?
So the reason why I stopped, I noticed you were veering back and forth.
Oh, don't give me that shit. It's all on dash cam.
So do you want
Don't
me to
give me that
finish-
shit. It's all on dash
Do you want me
cam.
to tell you, or are you going to let me explain, or are you going to keep bumping your gun?
I'm going to keep bumping my gums because I have every
You
right
got
to
your
talk.
ID on you?
What do I need to get my ID for? What law did I break? What law did I break?
Improper lane usage.
Improper lanes. I was in my lane. I got dash cam to prove it. I never broke line either side.
You don't have to break line.
What do you mean I have to break line? I didn't do anything.
Veering back and forth. It's improper
Veering
lane
back.
usage.
I was not veering back and
To
forth.
save the courtroom. I see your driver's license.
This is not the courtroom.
Nope.
This
Can
is
I
not
see
the
your
courtroom.
driver's
So
license,
you're pulling me over saying that what? I'm
Can I see
drunk?
your driver's license?
You're saying that I'm drunk?
I'm not. Are you
Okay.
having a medical episode? Are you distracted? Are you tired? Have you been driving for a long time?
I don't answer questions. How about that?
Take a look at your driver's license, please.
Okay. Who are you, Denham Springs? Who are you, Denham Springs? What's your name and badge number?
I told you my name is Officer DeBoard, Denham Springs Police Department.
Okay, and you're going to be one of the slow ones that just messed up. Now,
Long
what else
time
do you
no
want?
see, Heather. Good to see you, hon.
415-527.
This is harassment. Y'all are harassing me because of who I am.
I don't know who you are.
Well, I'm telling you, I am your worst nightmare at this point.
Yeah, I was too.
What?
Well, I'm gonna tell you something.
I don't care what you got to say.
If you say that again, I'm gonna take that as a
It's
threat.
called freedom of speech.
I
Learn.
will
See, you
take
better
that-
learn the law.
I will
Learn the
take
law.
that
Learn
as
the
a
law.
threat and act
What?
accordingly.
How is it threat?
I'm telling you. 2629
Look at this.
Louisiana.
What's your name and badge number? Oh man, what? You're gonna let this fool fucking do this stupid shit? This Sonjay. Really? You know I don't do nothing wrong.
So that other cop that was there with him, you've had interreactions with him, correct?
Yeah, he has been a decent one. He's never stopped me from filming. He is always, let me stand as close as I want and has never, so I have seen him on other interactions. But on the body cam footage, whenever DeBoard stopped me, you can see on DeBoard, that cop that stopped me, Sonjay's in the background doing the whole hand across the throat thing, like, "Hey, dude, shut up. This dude knows what he's talking
Right.
about. Leave him alone." But this officer DeBoard, the one that stopped me, has only been with Denham Springs Police Department for 6 months. He has been to 11 other police departments and has 32 complaints against him. That's what I mean. They just switched departments. So he
Say that
came
again.
to-
Say that again.
He has been with 11 different departments and he has 32 complaints altogether. He just came to Denham Springs 6 months ago from Point Capee Parish Sheriff's Office and moved to Denham
Wow.
Springs.
Wow.
That's why I was saying earlier. That's why I was saying earlier. You know what I mean? They don't get punished the way they're supposed to. They move to different departments before the IA reports can come in on them. They start with another department, and by the time the IA, even if they were shown guilty, they're already with another police department. They're already established. They're not going to get rid of them. That's why I was saying earlier with JC News now.
Yeah.
They don't care. There's no lawsuits coming out of their pocket. The complaint forms clearly go in file 13 in this hand and right back out the other hand because they don't get held accountable. So, even with the cameras, they still don't get held accountable for what they do, especially after 11 different police departments and 32 complaints. I don't break
And-
laws.
You know, I
Sorry.
was just gonna let you off with a
But this is
warning.
the cops I'm dealing
For
with here in
what?
Louisiana.
Improper lane usage.
I didn't
This is what I'm
change
doing.
lanes.
Veering back and forth.
I did not break line.
You gonna get
Write me a ticket. Write me the ticket. Go ahead. Go write me the ticket. Go on.
Stand right there. Hey, you got any weapons on you? Turn around, face
I don't
the
answer
unit.
questions. And this is going to be an illegal search.
Turn
Which
around,
was
face
an
the unit.
illegal search.
Really?
Place your hands on top of your head and interlace your fingers.
I am recording you. Oh, so, okay. You see this, people? You see this, people? You see this, people?
Now, spread your feet. Now it's an officer safety thing. You need to learn the law. So right now,
I do know the law.
Be quiet.
I don't
Shut
have to
your
be-
mouth.
Oh, you are messing up.
Oh, I'm gonna show you.
I'm going to
So
show
I
you
can
with his words.
A lawful pat frisk for weapons
Yes,
for
it's called-
officer safety.
It's called Terry versus
And
Ohio.
I gave you 3 lawful commands, and you sat there. You got 1 time.
I got 1 time.
Yep, and you just messed up.
Oh. Y'all hearing
But
this?
yet he's had 32
Nice,
chances
interesting weapon.
and still has his job.
I don't have to answer your questions. Do your
I'm
job.
not asking you no questions.
You asked me if I had
You
any
got the right
weapons.
to remain silent. Use it. Be quiet.
I know I have the right to remain silent. It's called the 5th Amendment. Wow. You going to let him do this, Sanjay?
And I called out the other
But
cops.
still,
because
man, I haven't.
like you're doing you
I didn't
wrong.
do nothing wrong.
You know the whole process of reporters work.
I know, and he's gonna get one. He's gonna fucking get one too.
You threatening me again?
You're gonna get a written.
Baby, I've been written up.
You're gonna get
And then
written
tell
up.
me, fuck
You're gonna
you,
get
fuck.
written up. You're gonna get a complaint form. It's gonna go on your jacket.
Come on with it.
It's gonna go. I guarantee it's gonna be there. Dumbass.
So that'll make number 33. That'll make
Stupid.
number 33 against him.
It is what it is. You know, if you feel like you've been doing wrong, you are.
I am being done wrong. I didn't break line. I did not touch either line, the white or the yellow line.
You don't have to.
Oh, I don't have to? Wow.
The statute doesn't state that.
What does the statute state then?
Put the phone down.
This dude is a tyrant,
Right,
man.
I'm
He
taking-
needs to be fired for real.
This
I
is what
guess
I'm dealing
driving
with here.
straight.
This is exactly what I'm dealing with here in Louisiana.
Ah.
I have been shoved and touched by more
Don't
cops here
retaliate.
with nothing done to none of these
You wanna
cops
believe
that I've
this?
done any complaint for them on.
And it's called Pennsylvania versus Mims. Yes, you're allowed to get me out of the vehicle. I know law
Hey,
better than you
Tiffany.
do.
What's up, Farlap? Good citizen. What's up, man?
Veering.
Yep, 11
This is
different
retaliation,
departments.
people, right here.
That's why I said they don't care. They have lost all respect for all humans that are not part
Stop
of that
the
blue
wrong
line
one.
gang.
What's up, Bingus? Long time no see, bud.
X Havoc, good seeing you.
It's always a pleasure, X-Havoc.
Did Sergeant Payne put you up to this or what? Sergeant Payne made you do this? And don't forget, it's all on dash cam too. It's all on dash cam. You're about to look stupid. You're about to look stupid.
Be quiet.
I'm allowed to talk.
Any closer to me.
What's your inspection?
Stand right over there. If you step one more foot closer to my unit, I'm gonna take it as a threat and I'm gonna act accordingly.
I haven't even
Tyrant.
moved.
Straight tyrant. Straight fucking tyrant right there. And the body cam footage
I'm
is
gonna be on
even
all your traffic stops now. You didn't warn him that it was me? Oh, I know, but you know my truck.
This is truth be told, Barbara.
Man, but you know I ain't doing nothing wrong. I wasn't veering. I never crossed over any line. I know, but man, this is stupid, man. And then all these unlawful directives, he thinks he can tell me what to do. When the American people take over, this stuff is gonna all quit.
Right there, bam. When the American people decide to stand up, this shit will stop.
Only we, the people, can change
Look at
it.
this,
I mean,
people.
it's as simple as that.
Correct. 100% right. This is what I'm dealing with here, though, people. This is what I'm dealing with.
It's a retaliatory stop right
My
here.
life gets threatened all the time by these cops off camera.
Straight retaliation. Sergeant Payne probably put him up to it. I would imagine Sergeant Payne probably put him up to it. I don't allow any access to my vehicle.
Straight out.
Don't get your knife till you pull off. I'm gonna cut you a break tonight. Okay?
You're gonna cut me a break tonight.
Cut you a break.
Oh, all right. Huh? Yeah, my license.
How you pronounce your last name?
I don't answer questions.
How you pronounce your last
I
name?
don't answer questions, man.
Tulos?
It's Greek. I'll give you that much.
Well, I just want to be respectful. Tulos?
Respectfully, you pulled me over for no reason just now.
I don't pull people over for
Oh.
Lie. Straight lie.
Next time we have this conversation, it'll be some paper.
There'll be some. Next time we have this conversation, there'll be some paper. So is the traffic stop over? Am I free to go, officer? I'm free to go. All right. And you're dismissed.
So no ticket?
No ticket. Well, whenever
After all that?
After all that, when he walked up to the front of my truck and realized, that was when he realized that I was running a dash cam. And once he realized I was running the dash cam is when he changed his tone and said, "Oh, well, you're free to go." After he realized that it really was all on dash cam. But if it wasn't on dash cam, I probably either would have went to jail, or he would have gave me a citation, and I would have had it on dash cam. I would have took it to court and fought it later. But the body cam footage shows their little conversation behind the car while I was in front of the car. And Sonjay, that second officer, told him, he said, you did stop the wrong person tonight. He said, this dude knows what he's talking about. He says, it's up to you if you want to write him a ticket. But then in the car, Sonjay also tells the board, that cop that pulls me over, he says, well, it's your word against his.
So this one is the body cam footage of that guy, of the tyrant, right? This one.
Yes, this is the body cam footage, and y'all's jaws are about to drop when y'all hear what went on behind the scenes. I had to get the body cam footage because I wanted to know what they were saying. It was the best $50 I think I've ever spent on body cam footage.
What do y'all want? Hey, sir, you do me a favor, step to the front of my uniform? Tell me what you pulled me over for? What do you want? What do you want?
And it's showing to be insurance.
Do me a favor, stand in front of my unit, please.
I can stand where I want. You can tell me what you pulled me over for.
Okay, so for my safety, I want you to stay in front of my unit.
And for auditor safety, I would like for you to tell me why you stopped me.
So
Who are you?
I will in just a second. Hey, man, stand in front of my unit.
I could stand where I want, dude.
Not on my traffic stop.
Not on my traffic stop. What do you want? What did you pull me over
Do me a
for?
favor, you can put the cell phone down.
No, I can hold my cell phone.
When it interferes with a...
It's not interfering. Recording. Turner
It
versus
is.
driver says it is not interfering. Louisiana,
Look at D-board.
Texas, and Mississippi.
Look at the cop. See him put his hand across his throat, like telling this
Yeah,
cop,
tell him to quit. Yeah.
tell him
Yeah,
to quit.
saying
Yeah,
like,
they're like,
you don't want to do this.
Yep. That's exactly what happened. He was trying to warn D-board, and also have Sonjay's body cam on my channel as well. When he walks up to the truck, he realizes it's me. He immediately looks back at the cop that pulls me over. He says, "Hey, it's an auditor." Because Sonjay realized who I was. But you could clearly see him in the background trying to tell this guy, tell D-board to stop.
Oh, don't give me that shit. It's all on dash cam.
So do you want
Don't
me to
give me that
finish?
shit. It's
Do
all
you
on
want
dash
me to
cam.
tell you, or are you going to let me explain, or are you going to keep bumping your gun?
I'm going to keep bumping my guns because I have every right.
Got
to
your
talk.
ID on you?
What do I need to get my ID for? What law did I break?
Improper-
What law did I break?
Improper lane use.
Improper lanes. I was in my lane. I got dash cam to prove it. I never broke line either side.
You don't have to break line.
What do you mean I don't have to break line? I didn't.
Statute
I didn't do
says
anything.
veering back and forth is improper
Veering
lane
back.
use.
I was not veering back and forth.
This ain't the courtroom. I see your driver's license, please.
This is not the courtroom.
Nope.
This
May I
is
see
not
your
the courtroom.
driver's license,
So you're pulling me over saying that what? I'm
May I
drunk.
see your driver's license?
You're saying
please,
that
sir?
I'm drunk.
I'm not. Are you having a medical episode? Are you distracted? Are you tired? Have you been driving for a long time?
I don't answer questions. How about that?
Let's take a look at your driver's license, please.
Okay. Who are you, Dennis Springs? Who are you, Dennis Springs? What's your name and badge number?
I told you my name is Officer DeBoard, Dennis Springs Police Department.
Okay. And you're going to be one of the slow ones that just messed up. Now, what else do you want?
415-527.
This is harassment. Y'all are harassing me because of who I am.
I don't know who you are.
Well, I'm telling you, I am your worst nightmare at this point. What?
I'm going to tell you something.
I don't care what you got to say.
If you say that again, I'm going to take that as a threat.
It's called freedom of speech.
You
better learn the law.
I will take that as a threat and act accordingly.
How is it threat?
I'm telling you. 2629
Look at this.
Louisiana,
What you
128.
Oh man, you're gonna let this fool fucking do this stupid shit, this Sanjay? Really? You know I don't do nothing wrong. I don't break laws.
You know, I was just gonna let you off with a warning, but now I'm gonna write you a ticket.
For what?
Improper lane usage.
I didn't change lanes.
I was gonna let you off with a warning, but now I'm writing you a ticket because you're bumping your gums.
Right, which again falls under what? Retaliation, people. This is retaliation from this point on out.
Veering back and forth.
I did not break line.
It is not against the law to veer in your own lane in any state.
Go write me the ticket. Go on.
Stand right there.
This is where he walks up and realizes I have a dash cam here in a second.
This is going to be an illegal search.
Turn around, face my unit. Really? Place your hands on top of your head and interlace your fingers.
I am recording you. Oh, okay. You see this, people? You see this, people? You see this, people?
Now, spread your feet. Now it's an officer safety thing. You need to learn the law. So right now, I'm going to be quiet. Shut your mouth.
Oh, you're messing up.
Oh, I'm going to show you. So
that's a threat, by the way.
So he says, "Shut your mouth," and you say what?
Well, I told him I have every right to speak. It's freedom of speech. I'm allowed to open my mouth whenever I want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
he says, "I'm gonna show you." Is that what he says?
Yeah. Well, I tell him, well, you're gonna get you're gonna get a write up, and I was like, well, you're messing up super bad right now. And as soon as I tell him he's messing up super bad right now, that's when he says, well, I'm just gonna show you. In other words, I'm just gonna show you how tyrannical I can really be. And he does. And he tells me to turn around, stick my hands. I do everything he tells me to do, but I put the camera above my head instead of interlacing my fingers. But I told him I'm recording him. And then there went his ego again. That's when he grabs my phone. Second time in less than 2 months, my phone was snagged from me from recording my interactions with my government, especially whenever it's my interactions, and my phone gets thrown across the hood of a car.
Weapons for officer safety.
It's called Terry versus
And
Ohio.
I gave you 3 lawful commands, and you sat there. You got 1 time. Yep, and you just messed up.
Ooh. Now here's this, people.
A nice, interesting weapon.
I don't have to answer your questions.
I'm not asking you no questions.
You asked me about it.
You got the right to remain silent. Use it. Be quiet. Then use it.
This is where he realizes I have a dash cam. This is where his whole tone changes. But he had to go check to see if I was lying about the dash cam.
You threatening me again?
You're gonna get a written.
Hey, that been written up. You don't even
You
know.
hear that? You hear the way he talks? Fuck you, man.
Complaint form.
Good.
It's gonna go on your jacket.
Come on with it.
It's gonna.
But see, at this point, he already has 32 complaints. He don't care about another one. He doesn't care about another complaint.
Put the phone down, man.
I'm just waiting for the date, though, so I can post it. I'm waiting for him to get back to me.
The statute doesn't state that.
What does the statute state?
Put the phone down.
We're gonna write me my ticket for, I guess, driving straight.
This is where he calls the other cops in the back of the cop car.
So this one's on?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know law better than you.
It's up to you if you want to write the ticket.
Have y'all dealt with him before?
I dealt a couple times, see, but I don't really, he don't really cause him any problems. Him and Payne get into it a lot. They really don't like Walker PD that much.
Well,
it's up to you if you want to write the ticket.
well, so I dealt with the cell phone thing when it interferes with his investigation.
It's just in general, he's still allowed to record. Can't tell it all.
Well, but within a certain distance of a law enforcement officer
They haven't
conducting.
approved that yet. They're trying to get that approved. I don't think it's in Louisiana. It's in a different couple states. I think Florida approved it.
Welcome in, Gregory.
But
Yeah, approved here when I dealt with it.
Well, I have to double check on it, to be honest with you.
I'm gonna do that right now.
Sergeant Payne took your position. Sergeant Payne makes your position. Don't get us all on gas station. All on gas station. And this is how bad his temper is. The other cop has to tell him to calm down.
Be quiet.
Hey, don't.
If you step any closer to me, stand right over there. If you step one more foot closer to my unit, I'm gonna take it as a threat and I'm gonna act accordingly. I'm trying.
So right there, he says, I'm trying to keep his own anger down. That's what he's talking about, right?
Yeah, that's exactly because Officer Sonjay is telling D-Board he's all, that's what he wants. He's trying to push your buttons to see, how far he could push you. And that's whenever D-Board says, hey, man, I'm trying. But, after 32 complaints, 33, including mine, I know for sure, he still has the other cops telling him what law is. He still went against what the other cops said that I was allowed to record. He says, well, I've got to look it up myself. So he didn't believe what I told him. And I quoted, Turner versus Driver, which is Louisiana, Texas, and Mississippi is Turner versus Driver. We have a right to film our government officials. Even after I told him and the other officer told him, he said, that's when he says, well, I'm going to go find out for myself. So he wasn't believing me or his backup officer that was there trying to clearly tell him that I had every right to film the interaction.
I'm still waiting for a response back. Honest is really slow. Dispatch 415, we got it back. It's negative.
Well, I don't know who's driving. Remember, I'll just say hey to y'all. Honest to God, no. They God strike me down right now. I don't know who's going to drive.
He knew who was driving because he had already told him that, hey, it's an auditor. So he lied right there, too.
I wasn't gonna write him a ticket. Unlawful person is either principal or accessory crime detained. Let's see.
Also, people knew for sure that he was there. Not trying to dumb questions.
So I noticed
this is how that walk got in trouble.
And this is where he admits that I wasn't.
Well, no. So I noticed he veered to the center lane of travel right before he crossed over the intersection. But after that, he didn't veer.
He said veering back and forth, and he said only veered supposedly once. So that's another.
I dealt with this in Point Capee, and when all that's going on, when it interferes with a law enforcement investigation, take the phone, turn it off.
You heard that, right?
Yeah.
They think that they could take your phone. Clearly violating Turner versus Driver.
I was giving heads up.
Yeah, I know.
Go fight this court.
I know.
So.
Not like I ain't been written up or tried to been sued before. It's been doing this 12 years, man. Not
12
the
years,
first time that it's
11
happened.
police departments.
Whenever environment more clear lane traffic in addition to
All that tweak on is dial it back, don't feed it to it. That's what he wants. That's what the view's gonna get. That's what camera wants.
I just don't want him to keep walking towards my unit because for me that's an officer safety thing, and I can articulate that all day in court, and he won't beat that.
And yes, I can, because there is no law stating anything about officer safety.
First ascertain such move safe.
Good citizen, if I can help in any way, let me know.
Well, if I don't write him a ticket, then write him a ticket.
No, it's up to you. You got officer suppression all day, every day. But he is going to talk more shit. It's either way. You just have to not let it get to you. Or
My main concern is officer safety right now.
I feel you on that. But
well, I didn't have to tell him 3 times.
it's up to you if you want to write them. But it is what it is.
How am I going to deal with any backlash if I don't?
That, no, officer discretion is it.
Oh, so here's the thing. So I don't have a dash cam. And now, is it going to show him veering? Probably not. The way his dash cam is positioned, because I see it right here, it's not going to show him veering. It's not going to show.
Yeah. It's up to you if you want to write them. If not, it is what it is. At the end of the day, we got also discretion. You want to decide it ain't worth the headache, or you want to just hit him with the ticket. You see him veering.
Yeah, we talked about the Pornhub.
Either way, this is going all over YouTube. So
this is going all over YouTube.
I'm just trying to make you dial back though. Don't feed into it. And I'm not trying to keep trying. I don't want to correct you on his camera because then it's going to feed into his trolls.
I know. All right. Well,
y'all hearing this?
Everything's go forward and all that.
Yep. No, I'm not sure what dirty it is. Be safe.
Sergeant Kane probably put him up to it. I would imagine Sergeant Kane probably put him up to it.
Don't get your knife till you pull off. I'm going to cut you a break tonight. Okay?
You're great.
Cut you a break. Can I give your driver's license back?
Yeah, my license.
Hold on.
So you want to address this? Baby Love is asking if cops are allowed to search a minor without a parent's consent.
I wish I was a minor. That would be even better. But
no, but she's obviously asking for a reason.
Yeah. But he had no right to search. A cop has to have.
No. She's not asking, I think, about you. I think she's asking, what's the issue with her? Like, she's asking, does anybody know if cops are allowed to search without a parent's consent? The answer is no, isn't it?
No, yeah. They would have to call unless they're under arrest for something that they had violated, actually violated, but it would have been one in court. But they're not supposed to be. They're supposed to call minors' parents before any questioning. The second that you bring up that you want a lawyer before any questioning, at that point they're supposed to stop asking you any questions at that point. Anyways, after you tell them you want a lawyer.
How you pronounce your last name?
I don't answer questions.
How you pronounce your last
I don't
name?
answer questions, man.
Tulos?
It's Greek. I'll give you that much.
Well, I just want to be respectful. Tulos?
Respectful? You pulled me over for no reason just now.
I don't pull people over for no reason. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm dealing with here. I've been physically assaulted by 5 cops since I've lived here for no reason. Been touched and pushed and had my camera yanked from my hand, thrown across the hood of cars, and all for absolutely no laws broken whatsoever. Completely. It's crazy.
And yeah, I didn't allow them to search the vehicle. And if you're speaking, AJ, you're muted or something.
Oh no, I mean, well, yeah.
This is where he saw that it was me.
What do y'all want? You got any weapons on you?
I don't have any questions. And this is going to be an illegal search.
Turn around, face my unit.
Really?
Place your hands on top of your head and interlace your fingers.
I am recording you. Oh, so, okay. You see this, people? You see this, people? You see this, people?
Now, stretch your feet. Now it's an officer safety thing. You need to learn the law. So right now,
I do know the law.
Be quiet. Shut your mouth.
Whoa, you are messing up.
Oh, I'm going to show you.
Mm-hmm.
So I can conduct a lawful pat frisk for weapons for officer safety.
It's called Terry versus
and
Ohio.
I gave you 3 lawful commands and you set there. You got 1 time.
I got 1 time.
Yep, and you just messed up.
Oh. Y'all hearing this, people?
I'm not interested in weapons.
I don't have to answer your questions.
I'm not asking you no questions.
You asked me if I had
You
any
got the
weapons.
right to remain silent. You should be quiet.
I know I have the right to remain silent. It's called the 5th Amendment. Wow, you gonna let him do this, Sanjay?
Right now, you just back down, boy.
I know, but still, man,
I feel like you're doing you wrong.
I didn't do nothing wrong.
You know the whole process of recording.
I know, and he's gonna get one. He's gonna fucking get one too.
You threatening me again?
You're gonna get a written.
They got the written up.
You're gonna get written up. You're gonna get written up. You're gonna get a complaint form.
Good.
It's gonna go on your jacket.
Come on with it.
It's gonna go. I guarantee it's gonna be there. Dumbass.
And that just shows that they don't care. They don't care. They don't care. They ain't worried about complaint forms. That's why we say
It is what it is.
complaint
You know, if you feel like you're
forms.
doing wrong, you report it.
I am being
Chad,
done wrong.
everybody always says,
Great
fill a
line. I did
complaint
not
form,
touch
but
either
people
one.
petitioning their
Right or
government
the
does
other.
more than any complaint form.
Oh, I don't have to? Wow.
Statute doesn't state that.
What does the statute state?
Phone down.
No, he is still in service as we speak.
I'm writing my ticket.
Correct.
For, I guess, driving straight.
Be quiet.
I won't. Hey, don't. Debo, do not feed into it. Debo.
Stand right over there. If you step 1 more foot closer to my unit, I'm going to take it as a threat and I'm going to act accordingly.
Debo. Tone it back, son.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Tone it back.
That shows an out of control cop right there.
Sure does.
But all they have to tweak on is dial it back, don't feed into it. That's what he wants. That's what the view's gonna get. That's what the camera wants.
I just don't want to keep walking towards the unit because for me that's an officer safety thing. And I can articulate that all day in court, and he won't be in court.
Like, do not feed into it. No,
Welcome in, breaking the law.
You got also pressure all day, every day. But he is gonna talk more shit. It's either way it's gonna go. You just have to not let it get to you. Word.
My main concern is officer safety.
Oh yeah, I feel you on that. But
well, I did have to tell him 3 times.
hit him with the ticket. You've seen him bearing your word against his word when they go to court. Either way, it's going all over YouTube. So I'm just trying to make you dial back the don't feed into it. And I'm not trying to keep trying. I don't want to correct you on it.
He says it doesn't matter. It's going on YouTube.
Yeah, because Sanjay already knows that I put everything that I see and all the traffic stops that I record, all of them go up, whether they be good or bad. You know, I try to show everything that goes on every interaction. And yeah, he already knew it was going up on YouTube, and you know, and you could clearly hear him, you know, telling D-Board, hey dude, calm down, tone it back. I'm just trying to get you to tone it back. I'm not trying to correct you on his camera. That's what his trolls want. You know what I mean? And it shouldn't be about him controlling the other cop's attitude or his out of control ego. That other cop, D-Board, should have known his own attitude. His own ego was kicking his own ass at that point.
His camera, because then it's going to feed into his trolls. They say
And
it's
at that
code
point,
for
he
it.
knew he had nothing on me. That's the reason he gave me a warning.
Hey, Debo. Yep. Put that back on. You don't want it to be looking dirty.
There it is. Let's see.
I don't allow any access to my vehicle.
Don't get you not to fall off and put your brakes tonight. Okay.
You're great.
You cut your brakes.
Oh,
It's like right there. Magazines.
yeah, my license.
How you pronounce your last name?
And here goes the doxing part of it.
Tulos?
It's Greek. I'm eating that
I just want to be respectful. Tulos?
Respectful, you pulled me over for no reason just now.
Now he wants to be respectful.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously?
I don't pull people over for no
Oh.
reason. So, next time we have this conversation, we'll do some paper.
Next time we have this conversation, it'll be some paper. So is the traffic stop over? Am I free to go, officer?
Free to go.
I'm free to go. All right. And you're dismissed.
Yep. That shows the tyranny here in Louisiana on both of the state troopers and the Denham Springs Police Department. But after he realized that I was running a dash cam, it went from I was going to write him a ticket to, or you're free to go, because he knew, and he admitted to the other cop that he saw me veer within my own lane one time. But he was saying whenever he stopped me, he said I was veering back and forth, and he clearly told the other cop that I went to the center lane of travel one time compared to what he stopped me for, which was originally veering in my lane back and forth. Which clearly, if it would all went to court, that was the reason he also gave a warning, because he knew if it clearly went to court that it would have been dismissed because there was no evidence. Plus, I did have dash cam footage that I wasn't, I never broke line either side. And then he admits that he didn't have a dash camera, and that he even admitted at that point too that his dash cam's not going to show him veering because I clearly wasn't veering.
Right. Well, and it's just so crazy, right? Because I went and visited you, for, I don't know, 3-4 days or whatever. And like, we couldn't, I mean, the only thing we caught was just cops, chilling out in the parking lot or whatever, but like, couldn't find nothing. But the moment that nobody's there, you know what I mean? You find them tyrants. I'm going to come back to Louisiana, now that I'm not pregnant.
Yeah.
and we can get moving around, you know what I'm saying? But definitely just, somebody please, drop Troopy Told's link in the chat. Again, I appreciate you being here and kind of filling in for Toe as he was doing daddy duties. Toe, I love you. Thanks. You're an awesome dad. But yeah, and we're gonna follow JC News Now, and what's going on with his lawsuit.
Yeah, definitely
And
follow
yeah,
him. He's doing some excellent work. JC does some excellent work. He definitely knows who's in charge of the situations when he walks in, and that's what we need is strong auditors and strong cop watchers to put these tyrants back in their places. Even
right.
though, like and like I was saying earlier, I get it at least 50,000 different chats saying, hey, file complaint forms. Make sure you go file a complaint form. After
Right. It
32,
doesn't.
after 32 complaint forms against this cop, 33 after mine, after I put his 33rd in, if anything, he's just going to switch to a different department again. So it'll be his 12th police department that he's been through. That's why I'm saying, the chat, people don't understand the complaint forms really don't go anywhere. But apparently what makes them mad is when people call and petition their government, like Third Coast Cop Watch here, when people call and petition their government, that does more effect than any complaint form will ever do, because complaint forms literally go and file 13, and no matter how many complaint forms they have, the only thing they're going to do is switch police departments.
And so, what police department was that again? So
That was
everybody.
this last one was Denham Springs, Louisiana Police Department. It's in Livingston Parish.
But it
And
shows that the complaint forms really don't do nothing.
And what's his name again? Just so everybody.
It's DeBoard. It's DEBOARD. DeBoard is the officer that stopped me that night.
Complaints do lead to retaliation. We do see that. Yes, Lemmy, you're right. But we have to keep pushing forward. And I cannot stress, we the people are the only ones that can make a difference. United we stand. I mean, that's just all there is to it.
Yeah, and Lemmy is right. You know, the retaliation's real against cop watchers. You know, even with JC News Now, retaliation is a real thing against cop watchers and First Amendment auditors. They are, you know, their main focus now is making sure that they slow us down, even though that they know that they're arresting us for no reason. They know it's going to slow our progress down, us watching them, holding them accountable, because now we got to deal with bullshit court cases that shouldn't even be going to court in the first place, because the whole entire, you know, the arrests that we're getting arrested for and the retaliation that we're getting planted against us is just a way to try to slow us down. But
Right.
that's what I'm saying, you know, auditors and cop watchers, we have to stand strong out there, y'all, because they're going to
Good
try to
citizen,
retaliate.
if you email me, my email is on my my channel. And let's get your stuff out there. I'm not a big channel, you know what I mean? But I definitely have a lot of good peeps that follow me. I have a good crew, I should say. You know, Told for Life, Bar Lap, you know, Truth Be Told, you know, X Habit. I mean, there's a lot of people in here. Girl with Camera. So,
Girl with the
you
camera,
know,
what's up, girl? What's up? What's up?
I am on very many different, you know, platforms as far as communities. You know, I'm not just in the 1A, so it's nice when I can do shows like this because other people from, you know, like gold prospecting and magnet fishing and people who don't normally see this kind of stuff come in and they see it, right? So their eyes are starting to be open. That is, you know, why I do what I do. Plus, you know, I have a dream, right? That I want my daughter to grow up and have the freedom of speech. You know what I mean? I want her First Amendment to be intact. And that's why I do this. So that's why Toad does this. That's why a lot of us do that, you know, do it. But yeah, I mean, I didn't expect a 2.5 hour show. We had an awesome crew in here, you know, steady strong. And again, much love to you all and thank you for
To
coming.
everybody, for sure. Thank you very much.
And yes, like I said, we'll keep up with JC News. We're going to keep up with Truth Be Told, and I will have an interview with a Glendale police officer coming hopefully next week. But yeah, so that's where we're at, and we're going to play this. Hold on. Okay. All right. I got it.
Shine bright up all night, we're never slowing down.